Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Sunday slate of Week 8 wraps up with a Super Bowl rematch and potential Super Bowl preview as the Green Bay Packers are traveling to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are wearing their 100th anniversary throwbacks, and thus, for the graphic on tonight's stream, they get the Pittsburgh Pirates branding that they wore during their early years. So welcome on in. Welcome on in. Even though the uniforms don't look great tonight, this is by far the most excited I've been for a throwback night. By far. Again, the uniforms don't look great, but it's only because I get to pull out this logo that I'm I'm really excited for tonight's game. Damn. How dare she? How much cheese was remaining if she was able to eat all of it? Yep, kickoff is moments away. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh well. Like what? So like 10 slices or so? That still probably tastes decent at least. Yeah, it's not going to compare to the pizza sandwich. Yeah, the Packers are wearing their all whites tonight, so they avoid a clash of helmet colors and yellow. If the Packers wore their main like away uniforms, yeah, it would be way too much yellow tonight. I don't know how Aaron Rodgers does it, but he constantly finds himself in some of the weirdest uniforms possible. There's the Packers' first attempt at like a leather helmet style uniform, which did not go well. That was a ugly green helmet with a purple base and the yellow circle in the middle, looking like I think it was no. There was another one that the Packers wore that I'm blanking on. That was like not the greatest. But he likes finding himself in these weird uniforms. I don't get it. I'm almost shocked that the Jets didn't bring out their Titans of New York throwbacks while Rodgers was there. All right, the Packers will be getting the ball first in this one, so we'll see this Jordan Love-led offense. As Chris Boswell sends this one down and Sunday Night Football begins. Going to be returned beginning from the 9. Has Zuma past the 25, past the 30, and down to about the 31. And yeah, okay, I love the yellow helmets. The yellow helmets look really good. Man, those uniforms are terrible. It's almost as bad as the Chargers with the Chargers all yellow. Holding against the Packers on the opening kick is going to push them back. Being called against Chris Brooks, the former Miami Dolphin. And we're getting introduced to this Packers offense. These uniforms. The pants don't help. The light beige pants do not help that. They needed to be a darker color pants. Jeez, those look. Yeah, no, no, they don't work. Those do not work. Love and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to give this up the middle to Josh Jacobs, who's going to find a room to about 24. No, the Packers look fine. The Packers are wearing their all white, the winter warning uniforms. The Steelers are wearing their 100th anniversary throwbacks. So it's yellow helmets. It's a yellow base with a weird black line work in the front. But it doesn't work. Because then they also have light beige pants and yellow socks. Like, they needed something to break up the yellow. Quick pass left side on 2nd and 6 from Love is going to be caught by Christian Watson. And that's a gain of 5. Yeah, I wish the Packers were wearing their throwbacks. Like, I wish they were wearing their like their navy throwbacks, because those are something. Love and shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 1 from the 29. Sending a receiver in motion left to right. As Love will look to throw. Steelers send pressure. Love's pass over the middle. It is incomplete. Looking for Romeo Doubs. Couldn't hang on. And it's 3 and out. The Packers go. Here's what I'll say. The jersey number on the front of these Steeler uniforms. It's a white base with a black outline. And they look fine. From the front, these look fine. It's when you see them from the back. And it's just, no. From the front, they don't look bad. They needed to copy and paste the front jersey to the back, and it would look so much better. But the Packers go 3 and out. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 15 up past the 20 to about the 21. Yeah, no, it's bad. These are bad. It's like how does air again? If it was just the yellow throwback helmets on like this uniform, where this is a different throwback Packers Steelers uniform that I'm wearing, and there's just no white to it. It's base black. Everything else is yellow. You throw that yellow helmet on this uniform, it looks beautiful. But what are those? Rodgers gonna hand this off right side on 1st and 10, trying to bounce it towards the sideline. Gonna get about 3. That's Jalen Warren on the carry, and there's some pushing and shoving going afterwards. It's can't stop laughing. It's the yellow, light beige yellow. That just doesn't. It doesn't work. No, the Bumblebee uniforms are a classic in Pittsburgh now. These, I don't know what they're thinking. Rodgers play action looking to throw on 2nd and 7. Has time, dump off left side, going to be caught and going to be fighting forward for about an extra 2-3 yards. That's a lineman who was lined up at tight end who got like 3 yards. What? Yeah, because they went their heavy set here. They lined up a lineman at oh god, the Steelers. He was so not expecting to get that pass, but once he did, he took full advantage of the opportunity. 3rd and 3, Rodgers in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Motion the back out wide to the left. Play clock winding down. Rodgers looking to throw. Rolling to his right to buy some time. Launching one deep right side. It has the man wide open. It's caught down to the 28. It's Peyton Wilson. He gets behind the defense. And the Steelers are past midfield. The Packers just lost him. They just lost him. That should have been a touchdown. Yeah, he got both feet in. Rodgers under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end sent in motion as they toss this right side, and there's some space there. Past the 25 to about the 23. That's Jalen Warren on the carry once again. Weirdly enough, again, when you only see them pop up, when you don't see the pants, they're not that bad. They're still ugly, but they're not horrendous. It's when you get to the pants that these become nearly unwatchable. Play action looking to throw past left side, going to be caught, and that is a gain of a yard there. DK Metcalf on the reception, penalty marker down. Going to be against the Steelers, I believe. Like I can stomach watching a game in these if the pants were a different color. Offensive pass interference is the call. Gonna push them back 10. DK Metcalf called for the OPI. Yeah, no, the pants actively make this uniform set worse. Because there's no it's a bad contrast with the uniform. It doesn't contrast how they thought it was going to, I guess. Yeah, because it's for like half of these players on the field, it's a skin tone colored pants. So it just looks off. Rodgers looking to throw in 2nd and 15. Pass right side and going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. That's Jalen Warren on the reception. That's Edwin Cooper on the tackle. 3rd and 15 coming up. I love those helmets. Those yellow helmets are beautiful. I want the Steelers to wear those more. But find a uniform set to wear those where you don't have to wear these ugly things. True, yeah, like Green Bay's 100th anniversary stuff that they're wearing this year, or 100th anniversary. They're like inaugural stuff they're wearing this year. Look beautiful with the hand painted leather helmet finish. As Rodgers are throwing 3rd and 15, is sacked back at the 39. The Micah Parsons was in on there. Devontae White was in on there. A trio of Packers got home to Rodgers. And a 4th and long coming up. Like the University of Illinois had these beautiful 100-year throwbacks last year that did the same exact style, but actually nailed it because it was a good contrast from jersey to pants. The 56-yard kick from Chris Boswell, it is up, and it is good. The Steelers get on the board first. All right. Yeah, like Illinois nailed this pretty much exact same look, but so much better. I don't know how. Don't know how the Steelers messed it up this bad. It's a rare commercial break. All right, still at commercial break. We get to rest our eyes a bit before seeing those Steelers uniforms again. All right, just coming back from commercial break, and we're getting some images of Aaron Rodgers throughout his career. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from inside the 5 at the 4. Trying to find space down the right side, past the 20, 25, past the 30, and down to the 34. A solid return. All right, what can this Packers offense do on their second drive? Love under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. A toss right side for Josh Jacobs. He's going to cut in and get past the 35 to about the 36. All right, 8 minutes to play in the first. 2nd and 7 coming up. Love under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to play action and look to throw. Pass over the middle is going to be caught. Up past the 45 and makes one man miss and gets brought down at the 40. That's Romeo Doubs on the reception. And the Packers are past midfield for the first time tonight. All right, so Love and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle. And there's some space for Josh Jacobs up to about the 35, maybe 34. A nice play to follow up the 24-yard strike. So 2nd and 5. Love and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off as Love looks to throw. Quick pass left side caught by Romeo Doubs. That's enough for a first down to about the 30, maybe the 29 and a half. And now a 1st and 10 with 6 minutes to go. All right, under 6 minutes. Love and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on the plus 29. Quick throw left side going to be caught and breaks off 1 tackle and has room inside the 20 down to about the 15. That is not Milton Heath. Malik Heath on the reception. There we go. Knew it started with an M. All right, now a 1st and 10 from the 16. Love and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. A tight end gets sent in motion. Quick throw right side going to be caught. Has space to 10. Breaks off 1 tackle to 5. Pushes forward. And the Packers are in. Tucker Kraft from 16 yards out. And the Packers have the lead. With 5 minutes to play in the first. Nothing too fancy on that drive. Just played it simple. And it gets capped off with a nice touchdown pass from Love to Kraft. All right, the extra point is up, and it is good right down the middle. All right. And we go to a commercial break with that. All right. That was a great drive from the Packers to bounce back after the 3-and-out to begin the game. Now what can their defense do again? But this is by far my best week of fantasy yet. And it wasn't even needed. So that commercial break. Yeah, Green Bay Packers commercial. I guess it can be an NFL fans commercial, but focus on the Packers because they own the team. And it should be exiting commercial break. Here's 5 minutes of play in the first. We await the Packers to send this one away. And we'll see what the Steelers offense can do. Had a solid drive to begin the game. Stalled out a bit, and thanks to an offensive pass interference penalty. See if they can avoid beating themselves on this drive. All right, kickoff going to be returned beginning from the... No, smart play, down in the end zone. The Steelers will begin from the 35. He downed it a yard deep in the end zone. All right, so ball on their own 35. Rodgers under center, back behind him. Motion a tight end into the backfield as a fullback. I still can't get used to these uniforms. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that is a gain of about 2. Jalen Warren on the carry. It's the going from the beautiful matchup a few nights ago that was the Avs and the Hurricanes wearing their Nordiques and Whalers throwbacks to the game we streamed before this with the Broncos and Cowboys, and the Broncos wearing their beautiful throwback. Only to have the Steelers wear these. Rodgers and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, shifting the back to his left as well. That's going to be an illegal shift penalty on the Steelers, as the pass left side will be caught and get about 3, maybe 4. Yeah, that's a very obvious illegal shift. Pat Fryermuth on the reception. So the tight end shifted over, he motioned over, the back shifted to the left. When 2 people move like that, they both need to get set before you can snap the ball. And also Fryermuth was also just moving towards the line. You know, that was a clear legal shift. 2nd and 13 coming up. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side looking to throw. Quick pass left side is incomplete. Should have been picked off by Edwin Cooper, but he couldn't hang on to the dive-in effort. And a 3rd and 13 coming up. Oh, that should have been picked off. Like, that was an easy interception there for Cooper. As a Rodgers in shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 13 from their own 32. Looking to throw. Pass right side is caught, but Pat Fryermuth brought down quickly thereafter. Down to the 38. Not enough for a first down. And the Steelers go 3 and out. I already know tonight because I've already been doing it. I'm going to get these two teams confused for literally no reason besides I've been live for over 6 hours today. I'm already getting close to accidentally saying the Packers for the Steelers and the Steelers for the Packers. There's going to be a point tonight where I just do not stop myself. Punt comes off clean. Going to be muffed, but picked up by the Packers at the 18. Lucky recovery there. And with 3:20 to play in the quarter, the Packers will begin from inside their own 20. All right, at commercial break now. At commercial break. Also, yeah, the uniform matchup does not help either. For me in a kind of tired state to make sure I don't mess up the team names. I was not even being tired. I called the Falcons Chargers once earlier today. I'm just that's just what I do, I guess. Still at commercial break. Yeah, that dude, the same reason why I messed up calling the Falcons the Chargers that one time, it's gonna be the exact same reason I'm getting back and going back and forth with the Steelers and Packers. Although the Kirk Cousins one's a little bit more of a stretch, but still. Just coming back from commercial break. Love under center, back behind him. Man in motion, right to left. Going to play action and look to throw. Love with some time. Pass left side, going to be caught. Pass space. Pass at 25 and fumbles out of bounds near the 27. And yeah, exactly. Especially for me, because I watched a ton of Rodgers on the Packers growing up. When I was, when like most kids had the dream of being an NFL quarterback, Rodgers was my go-to in terms of like tape to watch. Like I'm so used to seeing him in those Packers colors. Love under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. 2nd and 2. Give up the middle is going to maybe get enough. Going to be close. Either 3rd and inches or enough for the first. And that's Emmanuel Wilson on the carry as well as the reception on the previous play. And they're going to say he got the first down. Two minutes to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 37. No, 28, I mean. Love, quick pass right side, has space with Tucker Kraft. A first down and more. Pass to 45. Breaks off one tackle. Past midfield. Still going. Past to 40 and finally brought down. But not before getting to the plus 38-yard line. The Packers flipped the field and now well in the plus territory. And it's enough. The past two plays towards Tucker Kraft have been nothing special. They have been flat routes that he just takes the disc, that he just takes and goes off with it. No, he stays in bounds the entire time. Bounds the entire time as well. Again, the same year, so the Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave entered the NFL in the same season. I wanted Miami to draft one of those two, and instead the Packers got both of them. And now the Packers will call their first timeout. I'm showing some aerial shots of Tucker Kraft's hometown, which has a population of 537. That's crazy. A town in South Dakota has less of a population than my graduating class in high school. What? What? All right, 1st and 10. Love and shotgun back to each side. Can you give this up the middle to Emmanuel Wilson? Oh no, that's to. Oh, that's to Savon Williams. He gets about a yard, maybe two. Yeah, well, again, like, it's the difference between South Dakota and South Florida. Like, those are two very different ideas of what a small town is. Or have two very different ideas. Love and shotgun back to his right. Going to look to throw in 2nd and 9. Dump off left side to Matthew Golden. Going to maybe lose a yard. Maybe get back to the line. Darius Slay on the tackle. And just based off of time remaining, that might have been the final play of the quarter. And yep, they're going to let this clock run. So at the end of 15, the Packers have a 7-3 lead, are facing a 3rd and 10 and are past midfield, roughly in field goal range. So they could extend the lead here soon. But the Packers are feeling nice. They're feeling good after that first quarter. We've add commercial break for the end of the first. All right, add commercial break. Add commercial break. Yep. All right, just getting out of commercial break here soon. They're talking about Monday Night Football tomorrow night, the Commanders and the Chiefs. I'll be live for that game, and then Week 9 kicks off Thursday night. The Ravens are at the Miami Dolphins. Both teams have pretty solid wins today, so that game is going to be very interesting. That game is going to be very interesting. The according to John Harbaugh, the hope is that Lamar Jackson will be good to go for that game, but it's on a short week, so there's definitely things up in the air surrounding his availability. We will find out more tomorrow on that. As Love in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, 3rd and 10 from the plus 39. Going to look to throw as the Packers send Steelers send pressure. Pass left side going to be incomplete. Looking for Romeo Doubs. There was one. Now a 4th and 10 from the plus 39. If you're going to call a deep shot like that, I imagine you think you're in field goal range here. It is going to be a 50-plus yard kick. Pittsburgh's not the easiest place to kick in. But you do have Brandon McManus, who is a pretty solid kicker. This is a 57-yard kick from the left hash. It is up. It has the accuracy. It is no good. He missed it short. And the drive ends with nothing for the Packers. Yeah, he missed it by about a yard. Missed it by about a yard, maybe 2. That's a tough one. All right, so now the Steelers are going to have some pretty solid field position here. And they actually are very close to approaching field goal range for Chris Boswell. All right, I'll probably check it out after stream. I saw a notification and I'm gonna want to spend some time on that. Rodgers pass left side going to be caught past midfield to about the 48 as DK Metcalf on the reception. And hey, Mason Rudolph, I see you on the sideline. 4 MVPs as a member of the Packers, 2nd most in NFL history. Had that Super Bowl 45 championship against the Steelers. Franchise leading and passing touchdowns. Yeah, Rodgers is going to be surefire Packer Hall of Famer, surefire Hall of Famer. As he hands this off left side for Kenneth Gainwell. That's enough for a first and up to about the 40. All right. Rodgers under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on about the plus 39. Making some adjustments at the line here. Rodgers going to shovel this left side and going to lose about a yard maybe. That's, I believe, Kenneth Gainwell on the carry. But yeah, not much going. Still crazy to see the New York Jets won today. Like, what? All right, a handoff left side on 2nd and 11, and there's some space for Kenneth Gainwell. Gets up near the 30 to the 32 and makes it a 3rd and 3 coming up. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. A 3rd and 3. Rodgers looking to throw. Has some time. Deep shot. Left side for DK. Metcalf is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the coverage. And out comes Chris Boswell. Oh, that was a perfect throw from Rodgers. And DK had the leverage on it as well. That's when he should have caught. It was Carrington Valentine in coverage. And yeah, that's... I think DK... Yeah, DK should have come down with that. No, but okay, that angle showed a little bit of a pass breakup. All right. So Chris Boswell on for the 50-yard kick from the left hash. It is up, and it is good. Steelers cut into this deficit. They're now down by 1 with 12:18 to play in the first half. Not bad. And we head to a commercial break off of that as well. All right. Solid game so far. Kind of what I expected out of a matchup between these two. Select commercial break. Still at commercial break. As we await the Packers' next drive, after the Steelers cut into the deficit with a 50-yard Chris Boswell field goal. All right, just coming back from commercial break, they're showing TJ Watt and his career since entering the league, 112 sacks. And then Micah Parsons as well. 58 sacks since he entered the league back in 2021. And it is, again, it's still hasn't fully set in yet, seeing Micah Parsons as a member of the Green Bay Packers. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 4. Room past the 20, past the 25 to about the 26. And out comes Jordan Love. Let's see what the offense can do. (12-12) to play in the first half. Love in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the 26. Going to play action and look to throw. Love. Deep shot. Right side. Looking for Dobbs, and it's incomplete. Overthrown by about 3, maybe 4 yards. And a 2nd and 10 coming up. He gets tripped up as well, but I don't think it really made a difference on that play. as there is a Steeler slow to get up. I believe that's Cam Hayward. And if so, that's a big blow to the Steelers defense. So with it being 2nd and 10, we're going to head to a injury timeout and a commercial break. No, it was Daniel Equile, who was slow to get up on the play there for the Steelers. All right, so we're at commercial break. All right, at commercial break. We're at commercial break due to an injury timeout. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Packers when we get back. Here we go. Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. A handoff up the middle for Josh Jacobs. He's going to get about a yard. 3rd and 9 coming up. Third and 9. Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking for that 36-yard line. Love the throw. Has some time. Pass in left side is incomplete. Penalty markers down. Love gets hit while throwing that one. And we'll see what this is. Think they're going rough in the passer. Is that the? Honestly, it might be offsetting. We might have rough in the passer and holding. Definitely a hold there. We have illegal use of hands against the Packers. That will be declined, and they go 3 and out. Okay. Oh, yeah, that is a full hand in the face mask of TJ Watt. Yeah, that's a clear A clear illegal hands to the face there. All right, and now a 4th and 9. They're going to have to send this one away. All right, the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 20. Room past the 25, past the 30, and going to get out of bounds near the 35, 36. So Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense will start from there. All right, 1st and 10. Rodgers play action looking to throw. Pass right side going to be caught. Has room for a 1st down up near midfield to the 49. That is going to the roster. Ben Skoranek on the reception. All right, 1st and 10. Rodgers under center, back behind him. Toss right side to Jalen Warren. He's going to get to midfield, a gain of 1.5 yards. All right, 2nd and 8. Under 10 minutes to play in the half. Rodgers from shotgun looks to throw. Escaping to his right, trying to buy some time, and just going to throw this one away incomplete. So a 3rd and 8 coming up. All right, Rodgers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw, going to try and step up. Pass over the middle is tipped and incomplete. Penalty marker down in the secondary. We'll see what this is. Before the pass, a holding against the Packers. Calling it against Keyshawn Nixon. 5 yards and an automatic 1st down for the Steelers. They made the stop, but they got in their own way with that holding call. And yeah, it's there. It's a clear hold. Nearly a perfect pass to DK Metcalf, but Rodgers didn't put enough into it. If he did, it would have been 6. Rodgers under center, going to hand this off up the middle, and there's Jalen Warren. Has some space for a gain of 9 up to the 36. Under 9.5 to play in the 1st half. All right. 2nd and 1. Rodgers under center, back behind him. A toss up the middle for Jalen Warren, trying to bounce it right side. We'll get to the 30 before being brought down. A gain of 6 and a first down for the Steelers. Keeping the chains moving. I just see Jalen Warren use a soccer goal as a sled. Rodgers under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right as they hand this off left side. And there's Jalen Warren, but he goes down for a big loss. Down to about the 36. No, down to about the 40, I believe. Either way, it's a loss of about 5 or 6 there. Yeah, down to about the 36. That's probably gonna give him the 35, but still, that's a big play for the Packers. Rodgers play action, looking to throw a dump off left side to Kenneth Gainwell, is going to get about a yard, maybe 2. It's a 3rd and long coming up. 7:20 to play in the half. Third and 14. Play clock winding down. Rodgers looking to throw from an empty set. Pass right side is caught. Going to get past the 25 to the 24 as Jonnu Smith, but not enough for the first down. So once again, out comes Chris Boswell. To give the Steelers the lead. Guys, Aaron Rodgers on the team with a legendary kicker. I'm just thinking of Mason Crosby because he also wore the number 9. Did Crosby wear number 3? Either way. Boswell on for the field goal try, 43-yard kick from the left hash. And we have a penalty before the kick. A false start on the Steelers. So that for those counting, that's now number 2. Of saying the Packers when I mean the Steelers. This is going to be an all-night thing. So it was a 43-yard kick. It's now a 48-yard kick. From the left hash. It is up. And it is right down the middle. With 5:52 to play in the half, the Packers have a 2-point lead. And we go to a commercial break. And with the commercial break, I'll quickly be right back. All right. Okay, get my keyboard to charge. Still at commercial break. Waiting for this next Packers drive. Yeah, I know. Again, I'm expecting to accidentally call the Steelers the Packers quite a bit tonight. Yeah, the Steelers have a 2-point lead. All right, just getting back from commercial break. We get to see this Packers offense once again. They had a solid drive on their second drive of the game, but the other two, or other three, really have not been much. To see what they can do here. Yeah, I knew this matchup was going to get me in some way. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 5. Room past the 20, 25 past the 30, and down to about the 33. Now, if this was like a 1 o'clock kick, I probably wouldn't be having that big of an issue with it. But because I'm sitting here after being live for, what we had, like not 8 hours close to? Nah, like probably like 7.5. 7, yeah. Love under center. Back behind him to receive, and options to each side looking to throw. As time, dump off right side, going to be caught and up to about the 37. That's Luke Musgrave on the reception, I believe. It's up a second and like 8, 7-ish. No, that was to Savon Williams. Wait, no. That was to John Fitzpatrick. There we go. We got it eventually. 2nd and 6. Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Play clock winding down. They give up the middle to Josh Jacobs. Will get past the 40 to the 41. And makes it a 3rd and 3. With 4:45 to play in the half. You don't need a touchdown on this drive, but you do need points. That's the key thing here. Love in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw. Pass right side going to be incomplete. Tucker Kraft couldn't hang on. And the Packers go 3 and out once again. That's one he should catch. That's one he absolutely should have caught. But another 3 and out for the Packers. All right. This game's going to get a whole lot interesting now, especially if the Steelers offense can score once more. Hunt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 16. So Aaron Rodgers and the Steeler offense will start from there. And we head to a commercial break with 4 minutes to play in the half. All right, that commercial break. Hey, the Heat won today. I completely forgot that game was going on. Norman Powell had how many points? Norman Powell had 29 in the win. Jeez. Brunson had 37. Wasn't enough. Had nearly a 2020 game and it wasn't enough. All right, still that commercial break. Still that commercial break. Should be exiting commercial break here shortly. Yep, there we go. Rogers gonna toss this left side, and there's some space past the 25 to about the 27 for a first down carry there for Jalen Warren, and the Steelers drive gets started going pretty well. All right, second and inches actually. They ruled him just short. Rogers under center, back behind him. Gonna toss this left side once again, and there's gonna be enough for a first down and then some. Past the 35, past the 40, down to the 42. And Jalen Warren, he changed course just so he can lay someone out. And the Steelers are moving in this game. Their offensive line is playing well. All right, so Rodgers under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as a quick throw right side going to be caught. And that is space to near midfield, I think. I see a receiver with the last name Austin, and my first instinct was to say Tavon Austin there. But that's not it. I believe it's Calvin Austin. Yep, Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin on the reception. So now it's 2nd and 3. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right, going to hand this off right side for Kenneth Gainwell. He has space past midfield, past the 45 and out of bounds near the 37. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. A 2-minute warning, specifically a minute 57 to play in the game. We're playing the first half, I should say. And the Steelers up by 2 and moving well. All right. Add commercial break for the 2-minute warning. All right, select commercial break. All right, select commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Steelers ball up by 2. They're feeling really well at this point. Again, the first quarter was the Packers feeling well afterwards. This second quarter has been the Steelers feeling fine. You know, the offense would like to finish the drive in the end zone, but they're still going strong here. Okay, I'm getting to the point where I'm worried that we're out of the commercial break, but because we're dealing with big storms in my area, they're showing the weather instead. And that is exactly what's happening. So where were Kenneth Gainwell had a 1-yard carry down the right side. Aaron Rodgers had an incomplete pass to Calvin Austin. And we're just now getting a picture-in-picture with the game because NBC Florida is doing wonders right now. All right, 2nd and 9. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. There's the pass to Calvin Austin that's incomplete. Was a quick hitter along the left side. Going to be a 3rd and 9. And a minute and a half to play in the first half. Rodgers in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Going to motion the back out wide to the right. 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. Rodgers, pressure comes quick. Throw in a desperation right side. Incomplete, but penalty markers down. Looking for Calvin Austin. They're calling DPI on Keyshawn Nixon, as that pass was severely underthrown, but Austin never had a chance to go back towards the ball. And it will be a fresh set of downs for the Steelers. That's now twice this drive. Where the Steelers get a fresh set of downs because of Packers penalties. Okay, I wouldn't say severely underthrown. It was underthrown, but still a good pass from Rodgers. A minute 22 to play in the half. Ball now on the plus 15 as the Steelers are in the red zone for the first time today. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to give this up the middle, and that's going to get down to about the 10-yard line. I know Jalen Warren actually got down to only about like 12. The pile was just pushed like 2 yards ahead with him not in the middle of it. So Rodgers under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Clock continues to roll. 50 seconds remain in the half. Tight end in motion right to left. Now another tight end in motion as they're going to play action and look to throw. Rodgers rolling right, past the DK Metcalf, inside the 5 and out of bounds at the 2. 37 seconds remaining in the half. And a first and goal coming up for the Steelers. So Rodgers under center. First and goal from the 2. Back behind him. Throw in right side. DK Metcalf gets the leverage on the slant, and he is in for 6. The Steelers extend this lead an extra point away from a 9-point lead. All right. Can the Packers do something here? I believe the Packers get ball to begin the second half. So all they would really need is a field goal. And they're relatively fine. The extra point is up and good. It's a 9-point lead. The Packers have 2 timeouts and about 30 seconds to do something offensively. And we head to a commercial break. And commercial break. All right, so that commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break and talking about next week's Sunday Night Football matchup. It's the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Commanders in what should be a really solid game, especially if Jaden Daniels is playing in it. Kickoff underway is going to bounce and be down in the end zone. Bounce and be down in the end zone for a touchback. Packers will begin from the 20. They have 34 seconds to try and get into field goal range. Love in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Love looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side. Caught by Josh Jacobs. Has a blocker. Going to get out of bounds at the 29. Stops the clock with 27 seconds to play in the half. So a 2nd and 2. Love in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the 28. Play clock winding down. You need to get the snap off soon. They get it off in time as Love looks to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Has a man. It's going to be caught by Christian Watson up to the 4. Caught by Christian Watson up to the 47. Clock continues to tick, and now we have a timeout called. Catches it, gets his feet in, gets out of bounds there. Yeah, no, that's caught. The Packers call their second timeout. 16 seconds. Brandon McManus has a career long of 61. Their other kicker, Andre Schmidt, has a has the franchise career long kick of about 62, 63. So they have kickers that can kick. Love in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. As Love looks to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side caught by Josh Jacobs. Unable to get towards the sideline, but a penalty marker is down. So the clock will stop momentarily. Only picks up about 2 yards on the play. And it's a face mask against the Steelers. Pack on 15. An automatic first down. The clock stops and the Packers are in field goal range. Calling it against TJ Watt. So 12 seconds in the half. Ball now on the 36. Love in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. We have time for one more shot potentially as Love looks to throw. Pass over the middle is caught. Going to get up to about the 27. And that's Malik Heath, and the Packers will call their final timeout. They gave McManus a chance here to make this a 1-score game. Timeout called at 2 seconds. It's going to be a 40-something yard kick. A 44-yard kick from the right hash for Brandon McManus. The kick is up and he shanked it left. He missed it wide left, and it remains a 9-point game. Oh, that's unfortunate. Again, I believe the Packers get ball to begin the second half, if I'm not mistaken. But that brings us to halftime. Here is all I will say about McManus. I know the Steelers get ball to begin the half? If so, that's even more devastating. Yep, they do. Because the Packers went 3 and out. Okay. There we go. All I would say about these two missed kicks from McManus is they're very unfortunate because he has someone breathing down his back to step in and replace him if need be. But McManus was such a good kicker. Normally, it's a rough night. I wouldn't put too much stake into it, but having a good kicker is so important, especially consistently. When Andre Schmidt has done what he has done the past few weeks in lieu of McManus getting hurt, there's gonna be those questions and there's gonna be those debates about if they should make the change permanently. Like you can't be missing from 44 to end the half there. All right, but that brings us to halftime. Brings us to halftime. All right, add the commercial break as we wait for the halftime show so we can get this rolling. Yep, at halftime. Yep, at halftime. At halftime. You still also had the commercial break before the halftime show begins, which love it. Now here we go. Halftime show about to begin. You know, I like being in Florida a little bit, but just right now because of all the weather, just that massive storm warning on the top of the screen now, and it's kind of annoying. Yep, Colts leading the AFC South at 7-1. Then it's the Patriots and Broncos up the rear at 6-2 across the entire AFC. It's a weird year. It is a weird year. And the Broncos' upcoming schedule at Houston versus the Raiders and the Chiefs. Bye week, then at the Commanders and at the Raiders. It's not a bad schedule coming up. Although that 3 of 4 game stretch where they go Raiders, Chiefs, at Commanders, at Raiders. Those 3 divisional games are going to be very important to this season for the Broncos. If they can win all 3, that would be fantastic. If they can just make sure they sweep the Raiders, that would be good. Meanwhile, the Patriots just get the easiest shit possible. Atlanta at Tampa, New York at Cincy, and then the other New York. Come on. Still at halftime. Then security will force him off the field. That already happens. When a player gets initially ejected, they have that reaction on the sideline, and then the team security instantly walks them towards the locker room. If they continue to refuse, I'm pretty sure there's another penalty on the team. And they'll get fined and potentially suspended even longer. But yeah, no. And then also more security will come over. But no, yeah, I don't think a player's ever refused to come off the field because you're risking losing money and losing game checks. So there's not really a point in doing so. Yep. Add another commercial break now for halftime. Oh, NBC is doing a Lionel Messi interview tomorrow. Okay. And I'm showing images from the Jets locker room after their win. And I will say I do really like those Jets road uniforms compared to their primaries. But yep, at halftime still. add a commercial break for halftime. We await the start of the second half. Steelers get ball to begin the half. So the NHL's Twitter account has been posted an image of the Utah Mammoth new mascot. Oh, wait, so they posted an image of the Utah Mammoth new mascot after he was unveiled. It went 3-0 since its unveiling, so they posted an image with them and being like, the Mammoth are 3-0 since unveiling, and they have kept winning. And with each subsequent win, they're zooming in more and more onto this mascot's face. And for some reason, it's the funniest shit. At this point, you can't even tell what it's supposed to be. It's just two eyes. Again, the commercial for the international games. There's just two more international games on the season. One of them features the Miami Dolphins in Madrid. As the second half kickoff should be underway here shortly. All right, second half kickoff underway here shortly. All right. Yeah, Brandon McManus has missed 2 field goals in this one. Has really put the Packers in quite a bit of a bind. One of those misses was from 57. The other was from 44 to end the half. And the second half kickoff is underway. As I now have to watch the game in this tiny ass picture in picture. Going to be returned up to about the 25 and gets up. Returned past the 25 to about the 27. Yeah, because again, where I'm at in Florida is facing now with tornado warning as well as just really bad thunderstorms because it's hurricane season. So it's a picture in picture with the Doppler. Yeah. Sorry, did I say hail tracking? Fuck off. All right, Rogers under center, back behind him. Tight end went in motion, go into play action and look to throw. Rogers rolling right, trying to buy some time. Still looking and gonna throw this one away incomplete. Or now their camera is moving. But why is the NBC weather report image now moving weird. What is this broadcast? What am I dealing with? Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right. That's distracting that the camera's moving like that. Two receiving options to each side. Rodgers looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Quick pass left side will be caught for a gain of about 2 up to the 29. And slow to get up is Pat Freiermuth. Oh, that's a tough injury for the Steelers offense. He's slow to get up after making the reception. It's a 3rd and 8. And we're probably going to head to a commercial break for the injury timeout there. Yeah, he gets hit low near the knees as soon as he made the reception and was instantly slow to get up. Take an image of this and send it to a friend. That works. I mean, it means I have less room to see those Steelers uniforms at least. Oh, and there's the weather. It's ready to start raining again. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his left. No, back to his right. Going to motion to back out wide to the left. 3 receiving options to the right. 3rd and 8. Going to look to throw. Rodgers with some time. Pass in right side. It's going to be incomplete. And the Steelers go 3 and out. Refs are discussing something here. As it stands, is a 3 and out. I'm not sure what they're talking about. What was it? Potentially looking about that movement by Parsons before the snap. He would never crossed the line. It's a 3 and out for the Steelers. Maybe the Packers can do something with this offensively now. I was want to point out, currently on the picture-in-picture with the weather report, they're showing negative wind because of course. Rodgers, the Steelers punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 21, brought down there, penalty marker down. Ugh. And we're heading to a commercial break with the game, so now we get a full win. Oh, never mind. Holding on the Packers is the penalty. Actually, we see that first. And now that brings us to a commercial break there in the game, and I imagine I'm just gonna go straight to even more weather report. All right, but the Packers are gonna start this drive well backed up in their own territory. Packers' first play of the drive is a handoff up the middle that goes nowhere for Josh Jacobs. Hell yeah. All right, Love under center, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Love rolls left. Has time, a dump off left side will get about 5 up to the 15. That's Luke Musgrave, I believe, on the reception. I'm probably going to get a lot of names wrong for this next portion because I am watching this game now through a picture-in-picture with the weather report due to bad weather near me. And the game is very small. So there's a good chance I get some names wrong now because I just can't see jersey numbers in this stage. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. A 3rd and 5. As Love will look to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side is going to be a lofter. That's caught. Pass to 40, 45, past midfield. Still going past the 40. 35 breaks off 1 tackle to 30. And finally brought down near the 26. How in the world did Tucker Kraft come down with that? There's a Steeler slow to get up afterwards. That shouldn't have been nowhere near a successful play. Like, nowhere near successful, but it was. Love gets killed on that. He gets hit hard. Somehow, Tucker Kraft gets underneath it. Maybe a little bit of a push there. But somehow that play works. If anything, I would do what the old college football games did and just be like receiver number whatever, or tight end number whatever. All right, and there's an injured Steeler down. And they're going to a commercial break due to an injury timeout, and I still have the weather. It's Deshaun Elliott slow to get up, a former Dolphin. Hate to see that. Hope it's nothing severe. This is one of the. There was a Steelers Sunday Night Football game last year about this time of the season against the Cowboys that had like a 2-hour weather delay before it started. And ended up not being able to actually go live with the game because it would have just ran too late. And now for a different Steelers Sunday Night Football game, I have my own bad weather to deal with, and I'm watching the broadcast do a picture-in-picture. Can the Steelers just not play Sunday Night Football, please, so I can actually watch these games? And I think it's just bad luck whenever the Steelers play Sunday night. Still at commercial break. Still at commercial break. All right, should be exiting the commercial break here shortly. There we go. Deshaun Elliott being helped to the sideline as he's not able to put pressure on that right leg. That's tough to see. Yeah, he got caught underneath Tucker Kraft as he was brought down. All right, so 1st and 10 at the plus 26. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Going to hand this off up the middle for Josh Jacobs. He's going to get to about the 20 before being brought down. This would be a great drive for the Packers to find the end zone with. All right, a 2nd and 4, under 11 and a half. 11 and a half to play in the third quarter. Love under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of a yard, maybe 2 there. So a 3rd down coming up. All right, now Love in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that is not going to be enough for a first. Needed 3, got 2. Down to the 17, and now the Packers have a decision to make. Down by 9. Hell yeah, T-Fox. What's your record now in draft then? Also, T-Fox, since you've had your draft league, it means you've not been listening in. I'm dealing with an awful picture-in-picture right now because of weather issues. Love pass right side going to be brought down to about the 5. That's Tucker Kraft on the reception. Like, I wish I could show this, or at least like an image of this, but it would dox where I'm at, and I'm not going to do that. But it is bad. Fair. Hey, I respect the stat pattern. 1st and goal from the 5. Love pass right side will be caught. And going from the 10, I mean. Gonna get up to about the 2 or the 3. A gain of 2 or 3. What the? I'm out. I'm out. Again, this. Why are we showing the highway? Why is the weather report just barely showing half of a highway? Love alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Sending a man in motion as Love. Quick pass left side going to be caught. Has room inside the 5 for the pylon. And Savion Williams. Why are we cutting from the game? I believe Savion Williams just got in. I don't know, because they removed the picture-in-picture and are now just showing the weather. Come on! Oh, here's a replay. And yeah, Savion Williams got the same moment. Literally the same moment. Right as he's about to break the plane, they cut from the picture-in-picture again. He's in anyway, a touchdown for the Packers. They cut this to a 2-point game. I fucking hate the NBC. Come on. 8:48 to play in the quarter. We go to a commercial break. That's crazy. We're nearing the end of hurricane season. We got like a month and a half until hurricane season is done, and I cannot wait. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're at commercial break. You talking about in fantasy? No shot. No shot that man does nothing in fantasy. How bad is your team this week? Oh, no, you're fine, man. You have Mahomes going tomorrow. You have Mahomes and Rashee Rice going tomorrow. You'll be fine. At commercial break. This has been something. Just simple as that. This has been one of these Sunday Night Football experiences I have ever had. Not much else to say with that. All right, kickoff underway. And going to be muffed and picked up at the 12. Returned to about the, what's that, 17-ish? What do the Steelers have in them? Rodgers under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to get past the 25 to the 26. A gain of about 3. Yeah, it seems like that NBC is done with the weather reports. I no longer have any sign of weather reports on this broadcast. Thank fuck. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Quick throw, left side, cop of DK Metcalf. He has space past the 45 and down to midfield before finally being brought down. Under 8 minutes to play in the quarter. All right, 1st and 10 from about midfield for the Steelers. 2 back-to-back positive plays. They're actually on the plus 49. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Good motion and tight end left to right. Rodgers fakes the toss right. Gonna pass this right to Jalen Warren. Has room past the 45, past the 40, and bulldozing his way to the 37. Maybe the 38. Either way, enough for a Steeler 1st down once again. And the Packers hold him to a field goal at this point. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good nap. Rodgers in shotgun, looking to throw, pump faking right. Pressure coming and sacked. Back at the 44. And did that ball come loose? It did. Packers are saying they have it. We have a pile forming here. It's being ruled a fumble and the Packers have it. Big time turnover forced by this Green Bay defense. Gives him a shot to take the lead. Is Rodgers. I'm not sure if he's going to say that he spiked it. Also, he might have fallen on it himself. He dropped it. No, he kind of put some forward into that. He might have just spiked the ball at the feet of no one. If they do say that he just dropped the ball and it's a fumble, it seems like he's the one who recovered it. So it would be a sack. Or I feel like this is either a sack or an intentional grounding. After review, it's an incomplete pass. So thus it's intentional grounding, right? Because there's no one near him. He is not. That should be intentional grounding then if it's incomplete. There's no eligible receiver near him. He legitimately shovels this forward a yard, not even a yard, 2 inches. He's not. How is that not intentional grounding? If that's not intentional grounding, why don't more quarterbacks do that? This man legit spikes it at the ground in front of him and avoids an intent. How is that not intent? That should be the definition of intentional grounding. That's 2nd and 10. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. Quick throw left side, bobbled and going to be caught for no gain. Calvin Austin, the intended target there. How in the world was that non-intentional grounding? Under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to shift the back to his left now. Actually shifting the back out wide to the left. And they're not going to get the snap off in time. The Steelers will call their first timeout. All right, so 3rd and 10. So Rodgers in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Motion the back out wide to the left. 3rd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Pass left side off the mark and incomplete. Looking for DK Metcalf. Pass was high. And the Packers successfully bend but don't break. And out comes Chris Boswell to extend this Steeler lead. This is a long one. 56-yard kick from the left hash. It is up. And Chris Boswell is money. Straight down the middle. I know it's rare for kickers to make the Hall of Fame. Like Adam Vinatieri, he has not made the Hall of Fame yet. I think he is a finalist this year, and I think this is his second or third year of eligibility. Vinatieri is going to make the Hall of Fame eventually. He should. Right up there with him is Chris Boswell. He is a Hall of Famer. He has been one of the best kickers in the league since he entered the league. He is a Hall of Famer. And we're at commercial break. Obviously not like a one every year type of thing. But there should be like at least one special teams player needs to enter the hall once every 5 years or something like that. And of course, you can make the logic and the idea that Devin Hester was the specialist Hall of Famer most recently because he made the Hall because of what he did as a return man on top of what on top primarily as a return man with the fact that he was receiver also there. But like Vinatieri deserves the Hall, Shane Leckler deserves the Hall. Boswell will deserve the Hall once he retires. Put more specialists in the Hall of Fame. And we're still at commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 5.5 to play in the third quarter. Boswell on to send this one down. Comes off clean, going to no. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 3. That's Savion Williams with room down past the 20 to about the 22, 23. All right. Man, I do not feel like a Sunday anymore, man. I've been up way too long. I did not take a nap because I was live with the Broncos game. Yeah, I got like no assignments due this week. Okay. With that. I love under center back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. They get the snap off in time as a play action looking to throw. Love with some time. Throwing over the middle, that's going to be caught. Breaks one tackle, breaks a second. Has room past the 35 and down to the 37. That's Emmanuel Wilson on the reception. All right, 1st and 10. Love and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand this off right side for Emmanuel Wilson. He gets to the 40 before being brought down. All right, 2nd and 6. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. 4 minutes to play in the third. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Man in motion left to right. Love looking to throw. Quick pass right side, has space. Going to be a first down and a gain of about 7 there for Malik Heath. First and 10. Love under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. First and 10 from the 47. It gave to Wilson up the middle, has space past midfield, down to about the other 47. All right, under 3 minutes to play in the third now. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Has time, pass right side, can be caught by Matthew Golden. Should be enough for the first. Under 2.5 to play now in the third. All right, 2 minutes to play in the third. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Tight end sent in motion, left to right. Gonna look to throw. Has time, a dump off left side to Josh Jacobs. Going to get a gain of 2 out of it. Jalen Ramsey on the tackle. 1:40 to play in the third. Jalen Ramsey. Man, oh man. Handoff up the middle on 2nd and 8 is only going to gain about a yard there for Josh Jacobs up to the 40. So a 3rd and 7 coming up. So Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 7. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. This could be the final play. Clock's running down. Love looking to throw as the Steelers send pressure. Rolling to his right. Launching one over the middle. And it's going to be caught inside the 10 to the 6. Christian Watson off of a beautiful pass from Jordan Love. But there is a flag. That ball was layered perfectly by Jordan Love. Before the pass, a defensive holding on the Steelers. That will be declined. And it's a first and goal for the Packers at the 6. That is a beautiful throw. Crossbody on the run, layered it perfectly. That is a really impressive throw from Jordan Love. So Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. They, in theory, don't need to snap another play because of how the clock rules work, but they will just in case. They give to Jacobs up the middle. We'll get inside the 5 and down to about the 4, maybe the 3. And that's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. It's a 5-point game. Packers have the ball down by 5 with a 2nd and goal from inside the 5 when we get back from commercial break. And since we're entering commercial break, I will quickly be right back. All right, I am back. Still waiting for the start of the 4th. Waiting for the start of the 4th. Here we go. Back from commercial break. 2nd and goal from the 4. Packers have yet to break the huddle. There we go. 2nd and goal. Love in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. A chance to take the lead. Love to give up the middle to Jacobs. Bouncing right side. In a foot race, he gets the pylon. Josh Jacobs gives the Packers the lead early on in the 4th. A 10-play, 78-yard drive. And the Packers have the lead. Good blocking from Christian Watson to set the edge. He had to make one man miss, but once he did, he was home free. And now for the 2-point try to make it a 3-point game. Love and shotgun back to his right. Going to look to throw. Love, pass left side, wide open. Romeo Doubs puts the Packers up by 3. With still pretty much the entire 4th quarter to play. All right. Waiting for the kickoff here. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8 as room past the 20. And going to be brought down near the 22, maybe the 23. All right, what do the Steelers have in store for this drive? Rodgers under center. Back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side after the tight end sent in motion right to left. Rodgers, play action looking to throw. Pressure coming and sacked back at the 11. Micah Parsons with the sack and a 2nd and long coming up for the Steelers. That's a big time play in this moment. That is a big time play. Micah Parsons beats 2 Steelers there in order to get home. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, escapes it to his right, and going to throw this at the feet of Jonnu Smith. 3rd and 20 coming up. If Rodgers holds onto that ball for an extra half a second, Micah Parsons gets a strip sack. So a 3rd and 20. Rodgers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught by Jonnu Smith. Going to be brought down shy of at about the 20. Brought down at about the 20. It's a 3 and out for the Steelers, and there's some pushing and shoving going on post play. But a 3 and out. And the Packers have a great opportunity here. But Micah Parsons making his presence felt when he needs to most. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 29. Up past the 35 and tripped up at the 40. The Packers will start from there. Oh, and there's some pushing and shoving going after this play with some refs even hitting the turf. This is going to be a post-play scrum here. We'll see what the penalty ends up being. If this is on the Steelers, though, it puts them in a real bad spot. Personal foul on the Steelers. An attack on 15 to the end of the return. And that puts the Packers past midfield to begin this drive. And we head to a commercial break. Rough. Just rough. Oh yeah, the AP poll dropped again. Or again, they dropped for today. We have Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt at 8 and 9. Oh my god. I love it. Virginia's at 15. Memphis is at 25. Houston's at 22. It's beautiful. So that commercial break. So that commercial break. Here we go. Just getting back from commercial. Just coming back from commercial break. We'll see what the Packers have in store here. A chance to extend this lead and put a lot of pressure on Rodgers. As the terrible towels are moving. Love under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff right side. Emmanuel Wilson has space. A first down and up to the 30. A gain of 15. And the Packers have entered field goal range. All right, 1st and 10 again. Love in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Love with some time, going to dump this off right side for Emmanuel Wilson, and that's going to get about 4. Second and 7. Love in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left, going to motion one of them towards the right. Love looking to throw. Quick pass right side, caught by Tucker Kraft. Going to get about 2 inside the 25 to the 24. Under 11 and a half to play in the game. A 3rd and 4 coming up for the Packers. And there is a man slow to get up for the Packers. It is Zach Tom who's slow to get up, their right tackle. Yeah, that doesn't look great. We're going to head to a... Oh, no, he's up. I thought maybe we are going to head to a commercial break for a second, but he's up. 3rd and 4. Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion, that's Matthew Golden right to left. As Love will look to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Tucker Kraft. The 15, the 10, the 5, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown Packers. They make this a 2-score game just like that. And now they're up by 9, despite entering the quarter down by 9. Or down by 5, but they were once down by 9. And on for the extra point is Brandon McManus. The kick is up, and it is good. A 10-point Packer lead with just under 11 to play in the game. All right, I haven't really been looking at the NBA stuff yet today. Giannis had 40 and 14, nearly a triple-double. God, LaMelo Ball had 13 and 38, 13, 13. God damn. Crazy. The NBA is going crazy to begin this season. Okay. D'Angelo Russell had 24 tonight for the Mavs. Crazy. Still at commercial break. Say Zubac is 21. Okay, damn. Austin Reeves has 36 without Luka. Austin Reeves. Ugh. All right, still at commercial break. Should be exiting the commercial break here shortly. Here we go. Packers set to send this one down. Punt. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning inside the 5. Room past the 20, past the 20, down to about the 25. And 1st and 10 for Rodgers. A toss right side for Jalen Warren is going to get about 3, maybe 4. Rodgers in shotgun, now shifting to under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Making more adjustments at the line. Man in motion as Rodgers going to toss this right side. There's some space, going to get past the 30 and fight his way to about the first down. Will depend on the spot, going to mark him shy. 3rd and 2 coming up. And now there's a penalty marker down. Oh, DK Metcalf going to get caught with a personal foul. As he grabs the face mask of a Packer. That you can't be having that in a game like this. Can't be having that in a game of this magnitude. All right, 3rd and 17. After the personal foul against DK Metcalf. Rodgers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up, and Rodgers is sacked. Back at the 15, it's Rashawn Gary. And the Steelers go 3 and out, and that personal foul from Metcalf might have just lost them the game. Under 9.5 to play. That personal foul from DK Metcalf might have just cost him the game. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 38. Makes one man miss, gets past the 40, and brought down at the 44. And that'll bring us to a commercial break. And I didn't even check yet for this week after all the games. How am I doing with predictions? I know I got at least one game wrong. I'm at 8-3. I got the Bears wrong, got the 49ers wrong, and I got Cincy wrong. I'm not too upset about all that. All right, still at commercial break. Still at commercial break. I was showing Tucker Craft was his high school highlights? Yeah, from the 8-man leagues over there in the Great Plains. And there he is, and now he's one of the better tight ends in the NFL. Love under center, back behind him. Ball on their own 44. Gonna play action and look to throw. Love with time. Pass left side, gonna be caught. Pass to 35, pass to 30, and down to the 27. That's Christian Watson on the reception. And the Packers are moving. This has been a completely different second half for the Packers. All right, Love under center, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that is back to the line of scrimmage for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, National Tight End Day, and Tucker Craft has been the best one. The Love alone in shotgun, 2nd and 10. 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Has time, pass right side, going to be caught and going to. Not sure how much he's going to get there because of forward progress. As Matthew Golden on the reception, he also gets brought down kind of awkwardly. We're at 7:20 remaining in the game. And so a 3rd and 9. Love and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Pass right side. Has a man that's caught. It's Romeo Doubs inside the 15 to the 14. Wide open past the sticks. And the Packers have a fresh set of downs. That's a great throw from Jordan Love. And just layering it nicely. Love under center, back behind him. Hand off up the middle, and that's going to get up to about 10. 6:15 remains in the game. All right, 2nd and 6. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 5:40 to go in the game. Tight end in motion, they're going to play action and look to throw. Love's pass right side towards Tucker Craft is incomplete as he short-armed it by about 2 yards. Due to the pressure, it's now 3rd and 6. So Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Love, pass right side's a lofter. That's just incomplete. Looking for Emmanuel Wilson on that right side, but more so a throwaway. All right. And out comes Brandon McManus. "28-yard kick from the right hash. It is up and is right down the middle. Packers make it a 13-point game. 13-point game with 5.5 to play. Does Aaron Rodgers have a comeback in him against his old team? We'll find out after the commercial break. All right, that commercial break. Still at commercial break. Why on Rico Dowdle? What did Rico Dowdle do to you, man? My team is stacked this week. God damn. Hey, T-Fox, do you think there's a chance that Harrison Butker gets 100 fantasy points? I wouldn't go that far with him. Why not? Yeah. But my team was stacked this week. God damn. Like, I got good performances out of everyone on this lineup. Like, not a single player would I would like normally regret playing if it was any other week. Like, I'm fine with all of these stat lines I got this week. Crazy. Only one is AJ Brown, but he was out, so it's a whatever. Jordan Love is up to 360 yards of of passing right now. Like even him starting him over Jalen Hurts did not matter. Kickoff return beginning from the 4 and sliding down at the 23, more so slipping down at the 23. Yeah, it was, again, this was the week. I want to point out, Jake Ferguson wasn't inactive today. He just did not get the ball in that game. That's just straight up unlucky. And then, yeah, Drake London being out didn't help. Though there wasn't really anything else he could do with that. He actually made a good decision playing Caleb Williams over Baker Mayfield. Rodgers to throw, gonna pass this over the middle, and that is dropped. Like he I got extremely lucky with my performances from my players. He got extremely unlucky. Oh yeah, no. The Quentin Johnson got blocked up really well against the Vikings. Rodgers to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass left side, gonna be caught, and that's gonna be fumbled. It's fumbled, and the Packers, I believe, have it. Kenneth Gainwell on the reception, and the Packers have it. Oh man, oh man, oh man. 5 minutes to play, and the Packers are very close to taking a 3-score lead. That's just a tough bounce. The first turnover of the night by either side. and it's a breaker. And Quentin Johnson did not get the ball either. It was a So John Harbaugh said in the postgame presser that the hope is Lamar Jackson will be back by Thursday. It's really interesting because he did practice. He was a limited participant in practice the entire week. So he's on the right track. But the tricky part is it's a short week. They begin practices tomorrow. So I'm not sure. I would lean yes, but even then, it's coming off of a missing 4 weeks of game time, basically. He's going to be rusty. Toss right side for Emmanuel Wilson is going to gain 11, a first down pickup for the Packers. Like, if the game was in Baltimore, I would venture to say a pretty definite yes. But with it being in Miami, that also throws a big wrinkle into things for if you'll be good to go. Yeah, you should be fine with Mahomes next week either way. Who do the Chiefs play next week? I think it really matters. Love under center, back behind him, ball on the 14. Another toss to Emmanuel Wilson, and down to about the 10. They play Buffalo next week? Ooh, hold on. What time is that game at? Because with Miami playing Thursday, I'm free to choose anything on Sunday. That's a 4:25 kick. Okay, cool. Any of these 1 o'clock games excite me? I'll look into it as we get closer. The Steelers call their second timeout with 4:13 to play in the game. That might be a week where I don't go live at 1 o'clock, but I go live at 4 instead. We'll see. Love under center, going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be brought down near the 7. Because also, like week 15, Miami plays Monday night, so I get the free range on Sunday, and I'm glad for that. Miami plays at 9:30 a.m. in a few weeks because they're going to Madrid for a game, so I get a free range on Sunday as well there, basically. So most likely, I will not be live for multiple games that Sunday because I would be extremely tired. Then afterwards, Miami has the bye on week 12, and I'll be able to get a free range of game selections as well. Hey, it's starting to downpour again. Are the roads gonna be flooded tomorrow? Am I gonna be able to go to class? All right, 3rd and 3. Love under center, back behind him. The play action looking to throw, rolling right. Love now gonna step towards the left, and a dump off right side is at the feet of John Fitzpatrick, incomplete. And there's 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining. It'll be a 16-point game. Oh, that's only 2 scores. I mean, at this point, if it pictures in pictures, I wouldn't be that upset about it because a 16-point game with 4 minutes to go and no timeouts, it's pretty out of reach, but it is still Aaron Rodgers, so who knows? 25-yard kick from the left hash for Brandon McManus. It is up, and it is good. 16-point game with 4 minutes to play. All right. Can Aaron Rodgers pull off some magic? Packers set to send this one down. Brandon McManus on for the kickoff, and it is underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Up past the 25 and down to about the 30. $3.50 to play in the game. Do the Steelers have any kind of magic in them? Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right. Two receivers to each side, looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught for a gain of 8. That is Calvin Austin on the reception. Also, T Fox. Have you seen these Steelers uniforms yet tonight? If not, tune into the game just to see them and then instantly turn it off because you will be blinded. Look at these uniforms. They're Rodgers pass right side, going to be caught by Ben Skoranek and going to get enough for a first. Actually, no, that was Roman Wilson on the reception. My bad. But if you can't tell by the fact that that's not the current Steelers logo on the scoreboard, they're wearing their throwbacks today. And oh boy, there's something. Yeah, it's bad. They're bad. Rodgers looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, caught by Wilson once again. And going to be forced out of bounds at the 46. These are their 100th anniversary uniforms. And oh my, they're bad. These have been tough to look at tonight. Yep, they used to be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Most NFL teams, when they first started, back like before World War II, their names took inspiration from the MLB teams, or were just ripped off from the MLB teams. Pass on 2nd and 5 is going to be batted at the line and incomplete. So so the Steelers were the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago Bears are the Bears because the idea of football being, a tougher sport than baseball, so they're more grown up than the Cubs. The reason why, the official name of the New York Giants is the New York Football Giants, because you had the New York Baseball Giants at the same time. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Has time, pass over the middle, it's going to be incomplete, looking for Jonnu Smith. Tight coverage, and the ball comes loose. Oh, what are the other ones? The Arizona Cardinals were once the Chicago Cardinals, and when they moved to St. Louis, they had both the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Cardinals, so that was fun. Detroit Lions are the Lions because partially because of the whole cat theme with the Detroit Tigers. Offense staying on the field. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 4th and 5. Has time, pass right side, caught by DK Metcalf, down to the 40, maybe the plus 39 to keep the chains moving. No, yeah, basically. And so the idea behind, especially like the Giants and the former Pirates, is, well, all these fans are, the baseball teams. Let's see if they will accidentally buy tickets to our sport, thinking that they're getting tickets to the MLB teams. Because most of them also played at the same stadium. Pass over the middle on 1st and 10 is going to get a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. Rodgers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Has some time, going to step to his right and look. Pass right side, going to be caught up to about the 20, maybe the 21, and that is Calvin Austin, I believe, on the reception. Now, the Steelers do not need to run another play before the 2-minute warning, but because of time constraints, they're going to. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Has some time. Still looking. Pass, left side, end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Roman Wilson. No, they're ruling that incomplete. Harrington Valentine, after like 5 seconds, knocks that ball loose. I don't know. Roman Wilson, he has possession. He takes multiple steps with possession. And then the ball gets knocked loose. That should be a touchdown. Has possession. 1, 2. Possession still 3. Possession still 4. And now possession is knocked out. He takes 4 steps in the end zone with clear possession of the ball. And they ruled it incomplete. There we go. After review, it's a touchdown for the Steelers. That would have been a terrible missed call. All right, they cut into this deficit. They're going to have to go for 2 to make it a 1-score game, though. And the game's going to come down to this. A 2-point try for the Steelers to keep the game alive. If they don't convert this, down by 10 with 2 minutes to play, they wouldn't be able to come back. It was going to be even incredibly unlikely. Rodgers in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw, pass left side is going to be incomplete. Flag down. They're calling a DPI. And the Steelers get another chance. Gonna put them at the 1. What's crazy is Rodgers went for the fade. He went to the fade for Washington. He had someone open on a quick out. That would have just been a more guaranteed conversion. So 2-point try from the 1. Rodgers in shotgun. A back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side to keep the game alive. Rodgers rolling right. Passing right. It's caught. Jonnu Smith. No, he dropped it. Jonnu Smith couldn't hang on through the contact. And it remains a 10-point game. And unless they get this onside kick, their hopes of coming back in this one have been dashed. That's a perfect throw from Rodgers. Jonnu. That's a perfect throw from Rodgers. That's one he needs to catch. He needs to catch that ball. He needs to catch that ball. Yeah, the Packer defender did a good job getting a hand there. But in this, you need to catch that pass. You need to. All right, the Steelers will go for the onside kick. This to keep the game alive. Or keep that window ever so slightly open. All right, here's the onside kick. Not a lot of teams have been successful on the onside kick this season. And honestly, this might be the final year we see of this proper onside kick because of that. There's going to be even more. There's already been a ton of discussions about the onside kick for years. There's going to be even more after this year. As the onside kick is got by Romeo Doubs, the Packers recover. And all they have left to do is to kill the rest of the clock. They really need a first down? They basically need a first down if they want to like guarantee it, but not really. All right, 2:06 to play. Handoff up the middle for Emmanuel Wilson, going to get to about the 45, a gain of 3. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, and they're not even going to bother going to a commercial break. Hey, the broadcast is talking about how the number 27 has tied into the Packers with their previous 3 franchise quarterbacks. You know, Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, all of them have won a Super Bowl at the age of 27. And next month, Jordan Love turns 27. And it's a 2nd and 7. You know, all this. No, we'll see. It does feel like the Packers have a good chance of doing it this year, though. But at the end of the day, the games need to be played. All right, so Love under center, back behind him. And we have a stoppage. The Packers call their first timeout. Really just wasting the time here, huh? A give up the middle is going to get about 2, a 3rd and 5 coming up. But this can kill the clock till about a minute 20. Yep, just letting this clock run. Handoff up the middle on 3rd and 5. And there's Emmanuel Wilson. All in game, a gain of 17. And that will do it. Just need one kneel down from the Packers. But what a win. Going on the road to Pittsburgh against the former face of the franchise, and you pull away with a nice win. Wait, is that really the case? Why do I don't believe you. But there's the final knee down. And the Packers with a very nice win to wrap up this Sunday of the NFL season, Week 8. Oh my God, that is the case. What? The Packers' previous 4 wins all had them scoring 27. Dog, there's a sign there for sure. But that will do it. Nice win for the Packers. 35-25 is your final. And there's going to be an interesting next few weeks for both of these teams. The Steelers had this really nice stronghold on the AFC North. But now with back-to-back losses, who knows? They might be losing it. The Ravens might be back and might be ready to storm back ahead. We'll see. They're only 2 games down now. Or more like 2.5. They're not that far behind. The Packers still remain as a number 1 seed in the NFC, or at least a top seed in the NFC, on top of that division. They have to be feeling great. That's a very nice win on the road. We'll see how they play going forward. That'll be it for me tonight. I'll be live again tomorrow night for the Commanders and the Chiefs. Post game for the Dolphins game today goes up at noon tomorrow, so stick around for that as well. Appreciate all of you stopping by. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.